This was recorded at the media joint.
That's dangerous.
That's fucked up. Like, it's not like, I know it's safe in Bali now, but like that's like so the wrong thing to do.
That is so rogue.
Boy, that's a bit rogue.
Is it even that rogue?
So welcome back to another episode of A Bit Rogue with Skye and Tori. How you been, Skye?
I've been alright. I had a bit of a boo-boo actually.
Oh, what happened?
Sprained my ankle. It was extremely painful.
Of course, that happened to you.
Yeah, I know.
How does like everything happens to you?
Well, it was actually the same day as filming an episode of me boasting, saying I'm an athlete. And then I rolled my ankle, heard it pop, and I was like, it's definitely broken. Like, I can't explain the pain. I was kind of saying it's like a contraction in my ankle. And I went to the hospital and all they gave me was a fucking Panadol.
No way.
Yeah, I was not stoked about it. I was like texting everyone in my family, like all work and health. I'm like, who has drugs at home that's gonna knock me out?
Yeah,
but yeah, I've been seeing Lockie from Allura Health to work on my ankle, and it's already back to business for me. But I had a lot of downtime on TikTok and
Go through a couple TikTok holes.
I did, and my favorite one I think was high maintenance beauty services to stay low maintenance. And that's meaning, you know, let's say the regular peeps would, you know, get highlights in their hair, that sort of thing. But for me, I think my most relevant would be eyelash and brow tint. Because didn't you always look like done?
100%. And then you don't need to do the rest of your makeup sometimes.
One I learnt about was Korean perm and root perm. So
What's that?
for like myself and yourself, girls with the fine hair, if you actually get a root perm, it will give you a bit of volume for like
cool.
4 to 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Korean perm is loose curls. So like, this is my hair air dry.
That's so funny because I've been getting this thing called nanoplasty, which makes my hair dead straight. It's like a permanent straighten, but it's like good for your hair.
Oh yeah, you have curly hair.
Yeah, I normally have
naturally.
curly, and this is like my hair naturally, like, or like blow dried this morning, but it's like starting to run out, so I'm getting like the little curls
Curls at the
underneath
back.
right now. But I can't wait to get it again. So I'm like opposite to you. I'm like, because it's so much better. I get out of the water in Bali or like, you know, from the beach or whatever, get out, don't have to do my hair.
Yeah.
It's such a vibe.
Well, this is loose curl. So like it's not like a proper perm where it's like, bloop. I think they also call it a digital perm. So that's added to my list that I need to do. Lip blush. So like the lip.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I'm actually booked in next week to get it done. I'm super
Nice.
excited. There's my 3.
Yeah.
3 high maintenance.
I love getting my brows done. I'm always like, just need to brush them.
Yeah, that's the one beauty service that I like continually do. Like I have my nails done for the first time and I don't know how long. But I always book in my eyebrows.
Yeah, no, nails is like high maintenance. So as soon as they chip, like it hurts. Like I actually hate getting my nails done, and it's becoming so expensive as well.
Yeah, it used to be every 3 to 4 weeks, and now it's like once or twice a year for like.
But
a
it's so
event.
expensive now. I think it's like $140 for me to get my nails and my toes done.
Yeah,
that's a
gnarly.
lot. So anyways, I just got back from Dubai.
Nice.
It was very fun. I had the best time. But had a topic that just came up in my mind. And I actually want to get your view on this because I feel like you definitely have a strong view on this. So when a guy cheats on a girl, the guy and the girl, so the guy that got with the girl and is always the ones that are like, oh, fuck them kind of thing. And the girl, no one ever kind of thinks of the feelings of the girl that they cheated with. Because that girl is getting feelings, right? Or like if it's happened or they didn't get told about it or whatever. And it's always like, fuck you did the wrong thing. But it's like, if they didn't know about it and then they've developed feelings and then they've found out about it and then they maybe continue doing it, like everyone's still like, fuck you to that person. Do you know what I was trying to say?
I do get what you're saying, but
it's hard because I think when you start developing feelings for that person, then it's like, well, that guy is literally leading 2 people on. Yes, 100%. There's a girlfriend and yes, there's a side girl, but like, you know what I'm trying to say?
I think it depends on the woman that it happens to, because I think some girls do have empathy for the other woman if it's completely blindsided. But I do feel like, you know, a lot of girls' instant reaction, knee-jerk reaction is rage, and it's just like angry, and you can only think about your own sadness, which is totally.
But I'm not talking about the girlfriend getting angry. I'm talking about like the wider audience. You know.
Oh, people hating on.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, so the only thing I can refer it to is Vanderpump Rules every time, because the guy cheated, but he cheated on his partner with a girl within the circle, so she was aware that they were together.
Yeah, no, that's totally not
so
sweet.
that's different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like if the other girl was blindsided, yeah, it is sad for both parties.
Yeah.
But I feel greatly for the longer term relationship.
Of course, yeah, 100%. But I feel like I've heard of so many situations where everyone's like, oh, that person did the wrong thing. And it's like, well, they didn't get told in the start, and then they developed feelings, and then you go down a rabbit hole because
Yeah.
you develop feelings, and then it's just like.
So did this happen again in Dubai? Is this what you're getting at? I'm scared.
No, it didn't. I was
Just
just
reminded
Yeah,
you.
yeah. It just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something reminded me of it.
Yeah.
That comes to our INFE moment. So, what's your INFE moment of this week?
My INFE moment was just a bit of like, again, Ank was in recovery, had a bit of a reflection time. I've noticed that there's a common factor within all my boyfriends that I've had. And it made me think, so I had a boyfriend, 18, 19 years old, I think I was. I told him a secret, like you do any boyfriend. Like, and it wasn't even a secret. Like, I feel like when you're in a relationship, you communicate so openly that you don't need to say to them, don't fucking tell anyone.
I don't know, though. I feel like
Boys are dumb.
Yeah, boys are dumb.
Okay, so this is the story that I told him. So a friend of a friend was dating a cop, and the friend of a friend came out with us one night. And the story goes, it's not even a story. It was just that the copper loved to get a root with a strap on, right?
Yeah.
Like from the girl. Which
Okay.
is pretty like, haha, here's a copper, that's kind of funny. I told him this story 6 months prior to us being in public with this girl. He looks at her while we're out and goes, haha, strap-ons, as a joke. But that's not a joke.
No.
Because that story didn't even directly come from her.
Yeah.
It came from our friend that brought
No,
her
that's
out.
not sweet. That's not sweet.
And I just remember looking at him being like, fuck you. Another boyfriend has done it to me regarding someone's sugar daddy. I told them in privacy, and then he went up to the boyfriend of the girl.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, imagine if he wasn't aware. Like, you would have ruined a relationship. Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut.
If you want to know the girl goss, keep it in your pie hole.
100%. So my INFE moment, when I was in Dubai, this guy asked me on a date, and I had like the worst cough ever. And I was like, I really don't want to go on this date. And he was being quite pushy, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And I was staying in a place, and there was like a restaurant downstairs, like Nobu. And I was like, all right, I'll go if we can go to Nobu. And he was like, yeah, okay, cool. So he came to me. I'm sitting across from him, and it's like the first time, like our first ever date. And I start like coughing, but I'm trying not to cough. So I'm like,
The weird like little ribbit.
He's like, you're right, because it wasn't like a gross cough, but it was like
just a
one that I
tickle.
couldn't stop, and I wouldn't cough like half an hour or an hour or 2 hours, and then it would just happen. It got to the point where I was like, my eyes were watering, I was like coughing, but like trying not to, sculling water. He takes me to the chemist to go get cough medicine, and bought me like cough medicine, like Manuka honey and like all of this stuff. And I was like, wow. And then he continued to hang out with me, but he was just like, are you dying? Anyways, that was my first date story. Very embarrassing, but I was like, you know what, you're the one that wanted to go on this date, so fuck you.
Red flag. Okay, my first one is when he has one leg fully tatted, just one leg, like a leg sleeve.
Yeah, no,
that's a red flag.
That's
and
not
they
a vibe.
probably, every time a guy has one leg sleeve, he usually shops at just like Culture Kings.
Yes. Okay. So mine is, if he ever says good girl.
Hang on. Can we go back from my point of view? Why? Is
Why?
Why the tat? Or what? I mean, everyone else would want to know too. Or why the...
So when I see a guy like that, it just like looks like he's not going to be a loyal. Oh, this is so. He just doesn't look like he's going to be loyal.
It's just an ick.
It's an ick. It's a red flag.
It's a red flag. It's
Red
an
flag.
ick. Okay, so my red flag is saying good girl, because I'm not a fucking dog, honestly. Like that's just
literally how
facts.
I
That's just
felt
facts.
when
No, I'm not a
someone-
girl. Sorry, I'm not a girl. I'm not a dog.
Heard
So
me
do not
first.
call me good girl. What?
Yeah, good girl is like, that's dog chat.
Yeah, not the vibe.
Oh, I don't want to say this because my son's dad drives one, but I do feel like boys that drive Raptors are a bit of a red flag.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Or what? All utes in general, or just
Not all utes in general are Raptor.
so jock sweet.
Yeah, he's got a silver tray.
Doesn't open the car door for me.
Yeah, that's just fucking weird. It's uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable when they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's so funny because not that many guys in my life have done this, but when they do, I'm like, respect. And when they don't, I'm like, hey, you should do this. And if they don't then do it, I'm like, nah. They should do that, open the car door for you. And actually let you walk through a door before you. Open the door for you, but then they let you walk through. When you're dating and they prefer to stay partying and then go home with you.
That's yours every bloody week, mate.
Yeah, that's like, wait, what?
You said that last episode as well.
No, but yeah. Unless I'm bendering with them.
He doesn't buy new socks and undies. He waits for his mum to buy them at Christmas.
Oh yeah, nah.
Because like, if you don't buy socks and undies, you clearly don't restock like your batteries and like paper towel in your house. Just saying.
Posting heaps of girls like at a table at a club. That's just like a massive red flag.
That's like, I wouldn't even look at that guy twice.
Yeah, but I feel like it's definitely more common than not.
I don't see many guys on who I follow do that. A red flag is just like, you just play in the bloody NRL.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah. Actually, you know what? A red flag is just being a DJ, but not girl DJ.
What about short kings? That whole argument.
See,
if they were shorter than you.
That's not a red flag for me.
Are you kidding? I don't want to kiss him on the forehead.
Yeah, but that's not a red flag for me. It's more just like not my vibe.
Not sure. It's not a red flag, but I'm not into it.
Yeah, 100%. That doesn't make their bed. That is a red flag.
Do you know what's a red flag within the home?
Yeah.
When they live in a share house and the towel's like crusty hanging on the towel rack.
Nah, that's just it's more of an ick.
So we've had some input from the top.
Ooh,
let me see.
Get your phone up, Tozza.
Peter W probably stands for wanker. You want equality, open your own friggin' door, lol.
No.
Nah.
Guys should open the car door. Sorry. This was about it. That's just the way it goes.
And no, I don't want equality. Like, I will not be going to war. Sorry.
Some women say it's rude because they're independent. Okay, well, maybe we just need it. Yeah, that's fair. But like, if I address it, that I want that.
I'm sorry, but are you a pick me? If a guy opens the door and you go, no, don't do that, I'm independent. Like, just shut the fuck up and enjoy it.
Yeah, just enjoy it. This week, we are going to do a solo episode.
It was actually a request.
Yes, it was a request from a couple of people that just wanted us to read out some INFE moments.
We popped another link on the Insta. We've got in the listeners' INFE moments.
And there's some rogue shit in there.
Personally, I was pissing myself reading them. So we're going to read out our top faves.
Yeah. Okay. So I was at a festival and I had to pee. I was in the middle of the mosh pit, so instead of leaving the dance floor like any person would, I pulled my dress and undies aside and took a standing wee in the middle of the dance floor. Vibes.
It's not for me.
That's not for me.
It would definitely get on my undies. I'm not that skillful.
Yeah, how would you even just like, stand as well? It would definitely get on my ankles. Oh, nah. What about your outfit?
No, and also imagine if someone saw you doing that. That's absolutely feral. Was having a one-night stand after a big night, and all I could think in my head was the WAP lyrics, "When I ride your dick, I'ma spell my name," when I was on top. It was terrible sex, and he 100% thought I had no idea what I was doing. Still get secondhand embarrassment from that night.
Oh my
FML.
God. That is so funny.
I just don't know why.
I'd have to be very drunk to be
You'd have to be
that.
super, super, super drunk to
Super
even think
lit.
that that's normal. But also, can I just say, like, it doesn't really matter what you do on top. A guy is still just going to be into it.
Yeah, not always though. I've definitely had guys be like, I'm not into it. I think actually that was my ex. I was like, all right, bye. I found out my boyfriend was cheating on me because I went to order Uber Eats and there was a random address. And the last time it was ordered was when I was out of town. So I started to think. I asked him who it was and he said it was a work friend. He's never hung out with work friends. I went to the house because I had the address from the phone, knocked on the door and was like, how do you know my boyfriend's name? I'm his girlfriend. And she was like, no way. I I've been sleeping with him for the last 3 months. That's fucked.
The fact she went to the house though is
Yeah.
pretty gnarly.
Pretty gnarly, but also like
I would take a friend.
I would definitely take a friend. I mean, I don't know if
But
this
I just
person
wouldn't
took
go
a
to the
friend.
house. I would just...
But what else were you going to do if your boyfriend's being like, no, I didn't do it. No, it's their friend's place. No, it's this, blah, blah, blah. Like,
I would say get the fuck in the car. We're going.
yeah, sure. You could do that. But then you might sound psycho.
I don't give a fuck if
Yeah.
I sound psycho if someone's cheating on me.
Yeah,
People,
fair.
people only label you as a psycho when they're in the wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
I went to an after party at the Locker Room in Sydney that involved some very famous athletes. The night was going well until I went to the bathroom and noticed what looked like mud footprints coming out of the men's bathroom. My partner went to walk in and quickly turned around holding his nose. One of the athletes was so hard on the gear that he had shit himself, left his underwear behind full of shit and poo footprints leaving the men's bathroom upstairs.
What?
I can't look at the place the same way anymore.
Oh my God. And by gear, you mean steroids or what? No, what do you mean?
Packet.
Packets. That's crazy. Holy shit.
Literally.
This guy took me on a trip to Bali that I was seeing. I was so excited. On day 2, his friends met a bunch of girls and they sat on our table. One girl was interested in the guy I was seeing. So the next day he kicked me out and left me stranded in the middle of Bali and never spoke to me again.
That's dangerous.
That's fucked up. Like, it's not like, I know it's safe in Bali now, but like that's like so the wrong thing to do.
Just
That's
don't
actually
do that
just
in any
sad.
country
Who the
that's
fuck
not
does
your
that?
own home.
Well, don't even do it in your own home. That's so rude. Or you meet some girl and then you're like, bye.
I was at the communal photocopier in the office and let out an SBD, silent but deadly, because no one else was around. But then my boss walked in. Honestly, just thankful to still have my job.
God,
Let it rip,
Must have
honestly.
been a stinky one.
No, let it rip, because the feeling of holding a fart in just does not feel good at all.
Last one. I found out my boyfriend was cheating on me with this girl, so I DM'd her. That night, we both realized we had fake IDs and went out and did drugs for the first time together. Since then, we have been best friends. It has been 13 years now. It's kind of cute. 13 years of best friends because your boyfriend cheated on you with now your best friend.
Yeah.
That's a wrap for our little mini episode of INFE Moments. Thank you so much for listening.
And if you're going to bloody request INFE moments only throughout the episode, do you mind sending some more in?
Yeah, we want to hear them, and they're anonymous too. So we're not announcing the names. Obviously, we don't have the names. It's anonymous. So send them in. We don't care how rogue they are. Let's go.
The link's permanently now in the Insta bio, so
You
no
got
excuse
this.
not to do it.
If people actually do want to talk about their INFE moment, leave your mobile number in the as you're posting it, and then we might give you a call back.
Thanks for listening to A Bit Rogue, where we uncover the stories of athletes, artists, and celebrities with their most rogue moments. Episodes dropping every Wednesday.